Has anyone here ever seen the movie Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail? Okay, a couple people. Well, in scene 5 of that movie, the villagers try to prove that the woman they have found is a witch. And I want you just to listen to some of their reasoning. There's a way of telling whether she's a witch. Are there? What are they? Tell me, what do you do with witches? You burn them. What do you burn apart from witches? Wood. So why do witches burn? Because they're made of wood? Good. So now how do we tell whether she's made of wood? Build a bridge out of her. Ah, but can you not also make bridges out of stone? Oh, yeah, true. Does wood sink in water? No, it floats. Throw into the pond. Well, what else floats in water? A duck. Exactly. So logically, if she is made of wood, if she weighs the same as a duck, she is made of wood, and therefore, she is a witch. Now this is a very bad way to go about solving a logic problem. Today I'm going to show you how to correctly solve a logic problem. I'll pass out this worksheet, and when you get it, turn to the side that says freckles and films. We're going to go over this problem together. Okay, Mr. Jones and Mr. and Mrs. Jones and Mr. and Mrs. Smith each have different tastes in films. One prefers historical romances, another documentaries, another mysteries, and another adventure films. Of the four, only two have freckles, and one of these likes documentaries best. The wife with freckles likes adventure films, and her husband likes historical romances. Mr. Smith has no freckles. Now, what we need to find is what is Miss Smith's taste in films. In order to do this, we need to break the problem apart. First thing that we should notice is that there are four people. There's Mr. and Mrs. Jones, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And they each like a different type of movies. There's historical romances, documentaries, mysteries, and adventure films. Now, it also says that there are only two people with freckles. And then it goes on to say that the wife with freckles likes adventure films. Because it says the wife, that means that only one of the wives can have freckles. And so, you can set up a chart like I have here. And you put the people across the top. We have Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith. And then we have the wife with freckles and the wife without freckles. And down the side, you can put the different types of movies. We have historical romances, documentaries, mysteries, and adventure films. And then by going through the problem, we can see who likes what. Now it says that the wife with freckles likes adventure films. So we're going to go to our chart and find the wife with freckles and adventure films and put yes, because that's what she likes. And so everything else in her column has to be a no, because she can't like any other type of movie. And also, no one else can like adventure films, so we can put no's all the way across there. So that blocks off some of them. It also says that Mr. Smith has no freckles. Now, since only one of the wives has freckles, that means that one of the husbands must have freckles. And since Mr. Smith cannot have freckles, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones must have freckles. So, since he cannot have freckles, and she does not have freckles, he must have them. Now the logic problem says that one of the two people who have freckles likes documentaries. Well, it can't be the wife because she likes adventure films. So that means it must be Mr. Jones, because he's the only other person with freckles. And so we can put a no for the others in his column and a no for others with documentaries. And the problem says that the husband of the wife with freckles likes historical romances the best. So that means the wife without freckles cannot like historical romances. So we have to put a no for historical romances for her. That means she has to like mysteries, because that's the only thing left. And so that means Mr. Smith must like historical romances. And since he likes historical romances, and it says that the husband of the wife with freckles likes historical romances, then he must be married to the woman with freckles. And therefore, Mrs. Smith must like adventure films the best. Does everyone understand how we got to that? Any questions? Okay. Now I want you to take and flip your paper over. And I'm going to give you some time to try to solve the twins and toys on your own. Does anyone have any questions? Or do you think you're all getting it?
The part where I'm having trouble with, it says 2 of these children have green eyes. That means both the girls could have green eyes, or does it have to be the same sex or different sex?
Read on. What does it say also after that?
One of which likes blocks best.
What does the next sentence say?
Well, and it says one of the sisters has green eyes, but it doesn't say whether her twin brother does or not. Could be the other girl that has green eyes.
Or it could be another boy.
But it doesn't.
It's like the other one where it said the wife.
Uh-huh.
This is the sister. So only one of them has green eyes. Because it would say one of the 2 sisters with green eyes likes this. Instead it says the sister with green eyes.
So it can't
So
be the
that
other
means
Yeah, so it means only one.
Okay, so that makes sense then.
Raise your hand if you're having some problems.
I figured out what Sammy's favorite toy is, but I can't figure out what the rest of them.
Okay, would one of you that is
dolls.
having problems want to come up here and have other people try to talk you through the problem? Okay. I'll put it up on the overhead so you can see. Okay. Now what are the 4 children? How would you classify them? Anyone know? Stand up.
Billy, Sammy, sister with green eyes, and sister without green eyes.
Okay, and what are the toys they like? Someone else?
Ball, dolls,
Now someone who understands, help Gina try to understand the problem. Go ahead.
Well, important clue I just found out from her is, says the sister with green eyes.
I still play with those.
So that means,
She likes dolls,
That
right?
one.
It says the 2 sisters with green eyes like dolls, so that means that she's a yes and the rest of them are no.
And you got that, no.
Right. Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Someone else have another step?
It says, it says that, her twin brother likes cars best.
But do you know which one's her twin brother?
No.
Okay.
Never mind.
But it says the green, there's one other child that has green eyes, and that one likes blacks best. So the sister has, only one girl has green eyes, so now a boy has to have green eyes. And we know it's not Billy because it says he has brown eyes. So that
Right.
one is
Okay.
green eyes. And so he likes blacks, Sammy likes blacks. So then you have to deduce that the green-eyed sister is Billy's twin. Did I just go to
Brooke, did you want to add something?
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
So the green-eyed sister likes cars best, as the green-eyed twin, and the green sister's twin has to be Billy.
Okay, now Gina, can you answer the question? What is Sammy's twin's favorite toy? So look at the problem and see what it says. Says the sister with green eyes likes dolls best and her twin brother likes cars best. So who's twins with the green eyed sister? Who likes cars? Okay. So then who is Sammy's sister? And what does she like best? Does everyone understand how we solved that one?
No. You just lost me when you were trying to figure out his twins.
Okay. Look at the sentence here. The
Okay.
sister with green eyes likes dolls best, and her twin brother likes cars best. Since you figured all this out, the boy with cars is twins with the girl who likes dolls.
Okay.
And so since there's 2 sets of twins, that must mean that Sammy is twins with the girl without green eyes.
Okay.
And she likes balls.
Okay.
And so that's how you answer the question.
Okay.
Anyone else have any more questions? No?
Do you have candy for us too?
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll bring it.
So when you're solving a problem, make sure you look for the different people or the different things that you're supposed to be matching up. You look for different clues, like Sarah found out there's only one sister with green eyes and the other one doesn't have them. and other clues like the end, like this one, Billy has brown eyes, and different things like that that'll help you solve the problem. And now I'm going to pass off the test.
My roommate's grandfather had a biopsy done today, on his way at about 11. He had cancer in his bladder before, and they think it's going to come back. So that visit's not
When Rosalind Randall's mom died this weekend.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Any other prayer requests? Okay. Dear Lord, I just thank you for this day and the nice weather you've given us after the cold days we've had. I just pray that you'll calm my nerves and calm Karen's nerves and be with his roommate and her family as her grandfather went through his biopsy, and just be with him and help him to make sure that everything went okay, and that if this did return, that you'll just help to take care of it, and just be with Rosalind with the death of her mother, and just help her and the rest of her family through this hard time, and just be with them and comfort them. In your name I pray, amen. Today we're going to start out things a little bit differently. I brought in a snack for you guys. with all the snack. It's some tea and a salad. Not your ordinary tea and not your ordinary salad. But would anyone like to try some? What the tea is violet leaves that have been dried and put in water. And the salad is violet leaves and flowers and clover used in flowers. Tina, you want to try some? Sure. It's not that bad. I've tried it. Anyone want to try some of this?
I'll try some water.
I have the water to wash it down. Do you want to try some? No?
I'll try.
Okay.
What do I eat? The leaves?
Anything. They're all edible. The leaves and the flowers are all edible. Anyone else want to try some? Anyone else gonna be brave? Anyone want to try some of the tea?
I want some of the tea.
It's just like spinach water.
You want tea or water?
Oh, tea's fine.
Okay. I brought water as well.
Flour. You're so wrong. Tastes like peas.
Anyone else want to try anything?
Flowers are good, seriously.
Anyone else gonna be brave? No? Would you like some water too?
Yeah.
Tina, did you want some water?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Well, today we're going to learn a little bit more about some of the plants that some of you are brave enough to try to eat. And would anyone like to volunteer to help me? No more eating. Just help me with going over the plants. Okay. Can you tell me what that plant is, the yellow one?
Yeah.
It's a common wild plant you see growing everywhere. Could you guess? Could anyone else guess?
Dandelion.
Yep. Okay, there's 4 parts of the dandelion that are edible. And there's actually different ways of preparing them. The first one is the flowers. You want to read this?
It says fritters or yellow rays. It's used for soups and casseroles.
Yeah. You can make the flowers into fritters, and the yellow rays of the flower, if you want to put it beside it so you can see. The yellow rays of the flower can be put in soups and casseroles and different things. One book I went through actually had recipes for each of these plants and different parts of the plants. It was very interesting. The second thing you can eat is the tiny flower buds.
The tiny flower buds boiled in salt water and pickled.
And these need to be, yeah, the little flower buds need to be picked before they come up above where the leaves are. So you pick them when they're just down in there. And from what I've read, they're very good to boil them for a couple minutes in salt water and then have butter and eat them, or to pickle them and then eat them. Another thing you can eat.
The leaves are used for salads, boiled as powdered.
Mhm. Just kind of like to give a little bit of a flavor to whatever you're cooking. You can put the leaves in, or you can put them in a salad. But you have to be careful with the leaves because they're very bitter. And it's best if you pick them before the plant has flowers. And then you take the leaves and you boil them twice. You boil them once in water, and then you dump out the water and boil them again in second water. And that helps to make it a little less bitter. Okay, and the last thing is the roots.
The roots are roasted and grounded as a coffee substitute.
And with dandelions, the leaves are 4 times as nutritious as salad by weight. I thought that was rather interesting. But you can sit down. Thank you. I'm going to pass out a paper along with what we're going to be going over with the other two. Just take some and pass it down. And that way you can look at them as we're going over them. Would a second person, before we go on, I took and dried some dandelions and pressed them. They didn't turn out that well, so you'll have to excuse the poor quality of the drying, but most of you know what dandelions look like. If you want to just pass that around. Can I have a second volunteer? Hey, Amanda. Okay, what is the second plant?
A clover. Let me look at the sheet.
Oh, yeah. And there's 2 parts of the clover that you can eat. And the blossoms. Actually, all of the clover is edible, but the 2 parts I've read that are most edible are the blossoms. Is that?
Fritters dried to make flour.
You can actually dry the flowers, ground them up, and make them into flour to use for crackers or breads or anything like that. And you can put batter on them and cook them for fritters. And also the leaves and blossoms together.
Make salads, soups, casseroles, cooked dishes, and dried and steeped for tea.
So there's a variety of different things you can do with both of them together. With the clovers, though, you have to be very careful because if you need to eat them with other plants, like if you're eating a lot of them, because they can cause bloating. Not if you just eat 1 or 2, but if you eat a whole bunch of them. And sometimes they may be difficult to digest raw, but if you soak them in salt water, you can eat them in large quantities. They're very high in protein and also high in fat. And here's a pressed clover. Pass around. And then thanks. You can sit down. Can I have a third person come to help me with the last flower? The last plant? Okay. And what is this one? No, violet? Mm-hmm. The violet, I didn't know what it was called when I first found out, but you can tell by the characteristic heart-shaped leaves and the flowers. They all have a definite shape. If you want, I can pass around the salad I brought, and there's 2 different color of the flowers in there for the blossoms. But the blossoms are edible.
Make salads, candy, jam, jelly, and syrup.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting to find out how many different things you can make with the flower blossoms. And the leaves also.
Make salads, pot herb, dried to make tea, and thickened soups.
And that's what I attempted to do with the tea, was to dry it and then steep it to make tea. And with the violets, you have to be careful with these also because some of the types of violets, such as the yellow violet, if you use in large quantities, can be cathartic. And you don't want to eat the roots because they're sometimes emetic, and so you got to be cautious with those. But the leaves are the richest source of vitamin C among green vegetables, and they're also rich in vitamin A and in minerals. And here's some pressed violets that you can look at. Okay, would everyone take your paper and turn it over? I would like to come up and one at a time put them where they belong and read what they say. We'll start over here and go around.
No, go ahead.
It says that the flowers are used for dinners and soups and casseroles, and that is for the new line.
Okay.
Mine says dandelion.
Closer to the leaves. Thanks.
The roots roasted ground in coffee soup, the dandelion.
Mm-hmm. Tiny flower bed boiled in salt water and pickled. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Clover. And I have violet.
I had leaves and blossoms are used in salads and soups and casseroles, cooked dishes, dried and steeped for tea. And I think that's both. Mm-hmm.
I have blossoms. They can be used in salad. They can be candied, and they can be used in jam, jelly, and made into syrup. Violet.
And last one?
It's leaves, salad, flat herb, dried to make tea, chicken soup, and it's flat herb.
Mm-hmm. And something I didn't mention, but it's on your paper, is violet. The leaves are also known as wild okra. I thought that was interesting. Until I came down here to Georgia, I had never even heard of what okra was, but now I have a little bit more of an idea of what this might be. If you just look over the stuff on the board, your papers for a few minutes, and then I'm going to ask you some more questions. Okay, would you all turn your papers back over? Brooke, can you name me one of the three flowers that we talked about?
Violet.
Okay. Lisa, can you name me another one?
Clover.
Heather, can you name me the last one? Can someone name me the 4 parts of the dandelion that you can eat?
The blossom, the bud, the leaves, and the roots.
Mm-hmm. Can someone else name me the parts of the clover? In 2 parts?
The leaves and the flower.
Mm-hmm. What about the parts of the violet that you can eat? The leaves and the flower? Yep. Could someone name me one of the ways that you could eat one of the parts of the dandelion? And tell me what part and how to eat it? Or how it could be prepared?
The flower is used in casseroles.
Mm-hmm. The yellow rays of the flower. Yeah. What about one of the parts of the clover?
The flower, the white part is used to make flour.
Mm-hmm. And what about the violet?
Used to make tea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to take these off the board. And now that you have learned about all this stuff, have you ever had a taste for very unusual foods? Or you get stuck in a place where you have no food? Or you just want to startle your friends by eating something really unusual? You know 3 plants that can help you, and you can identify what parts of the plants you can eat and how to prepare them. And now I'm going to pass out your test to see how much you've learned. Would any of you like to see what the violet flowers actually look like?
Yeah.
They just grow around just the wildflowers. Here's what the violet flowers look like. I'm done.